reset or pseudo reset to keep the fight going. So if Flyquest can get off to a good start in the fight, it looks like we got pretty high hopes for him. But last pick of the draft into the Scion, it'll be Aatrox for Ssumday.
Yeah, very quick Aatrox grab there. His first of the split. Ssumday was a really big Aatrox guy back when it was more popular. Look down towards that bottom side. Has been pretty passive thus far. 100 Thieves with an advantage from the laning phase. They are starting up this Herald. Ssumday roaming down, so they have the man advantage. But Kumo is coming here, and it looks like Flyquest are happy to contest. Both supports are going to arrive as well, so we might have a straight-up 4v4.
Everyone's on the way. Even Marksman sitting back in the base, heading towards this area, or at least towards the mid lane. Okay, it's going to be confirmed over to the side of Flyquest, but now 100 Thieves is ready to go in for the fight. Kumo's going to be taken low. 100 HP here on the Scion. First blood over to Ssumday. Flyquest in retreat. Josedeodo seeing if maybe he can try to stay and help or do anything. Maybe he can try to grab the eye, but no. The eye is on the ground.
And they have Ssumday actually covering the mid wave, and now Ssumday will go back up towards top. So it's basically going to be, you know, a plate, maybe two. I don't actually know if Kumo is playing Demolish or not, but he'll get a little bit of gold, and they're going to try to get picked now.
Oh, nicely done. Flyquest immediately strike back and pop Abbedagge before we can do a thing about it. Now, huhi's got to try to get away, but remember his flash was already lost earlier. Huhi barely stays alive. The heal coming out from the FBI to get him out of danger, but Flyquest,
nice champion with the Kraken.
Well, we've got the second Rift Herald of the game up now. It's 100 Thieves who are first to the scene. Flyquest bringing in a teleport. It looks like they might just want to contest for this. Here we go. The Herald's just burning away. 100 Thieves are going to secure it before Flyquest is able to make their way in. Huhi buying time with a nice stopwatch placement. Super Mega Death Rocket flies in, and 100 Thieves are ready for the counterattack. Vex makes his way into the fight, and now you've got Abbedagge looking to set it up, but it's a double kill back over to Ssumday. A 1-for-2 trade so far. They're continuing to try to get away from the dead body of Kumo. Huhi taken very low. Johnsun still alive. toucouille still alive. Half HP. Closer also down to a couple hundred. Ssumday is the raid boss here in these fights.
toucouille goes in to try to finish off Huhi. Doesn't quite have the damage. FBI slinking out as well, and now they're back towards mid, dropping the Herald here, looking to extend the advantage and move towards that third dragon.
It's an AD carry and top laner kind of game based on these damage charts. Herald was summoned up in mid lane, but it got about as much value as the eyeball that was left on the ground. Flyquest is able to defend, but Kumo's below half HP. Flyquest still all right for now. Huhi also dangerously low in the health department, but it's still all about Ssumday. He will be the one keeping everybody from Flyquest away. He will be the one who can make the largest individual impact here in these fights.
And 100 Thieves are trying to wait for Abbedagge's ultimate. It's almost up here, and now it is coming up. He can look for an engage over the wall if he wants, but they've already killed Huhi.
Josedeodo taking a killing spree on that one. Huhi just gets caught by the Scion ultimate, and now Ssumday has to flash away. Even with his World Ender active, he cannot fight back against this Flyquest squad that found their pick. They punished Huhi for being such low HP and being in a vulnerable spot, and Flyquest will stop the Drake stack.
And nicely done there by Flyquest, capitalizing on that ton of armor and get Ocean Soul. The Scion is going to be almost impossible to actually punch through. He's going to be able to buy a lot of space for the rest of his team.
Right. It's not one of those things where Scion is a champion that needed to have a very strong performance in lane and, you know, coming out of lane with a death or two and then having this 50 CS deficit just says, oh, no, he's useless. It's not like he's Jace or something, right? Yeah. He's going to be this meatball.
100 Thieves do have much more vision in this area. There's the one ward in the back of the pit that hasn't been spotted, but now Abbedagge swinging a miss there. toucouille able to dodge out on that ultimate, so you could look for the fight here potentially.
100 Thieves are just going to try to burn it down, and toucouille gets caught out. Now he's got to try to get away with his own ulti. Nicely done. They're going back in for Abbedagge, but instead he ends up throwing away his own life. Flyquest are trying to contest the Drake, but the rockets flying out from FBI means it's going to be soul point for 100 Thieves. toucouille got a little too hyphy, Azael. He thought he could go back in and make the outplay, but he just gets shut down, and 100 Thieves get the punish.
Yeah,
not have flashes. 100 Thieves may have just lost their dragon soul off of that one. Flyquest.
Abbedagge's looking over the wall. Look at him. He's in a position where he could go for a multi-man ult.
Okay, Abbedagge ready to fly in if need be. Drake at 3,000. Ssumday is in the pit. He will zone Flyquest away and threaten a different angle. Closer's still here. Smite ready for both of our junglers. Solar Flare goes out. aphromoo finds his fence line only under the crab, and there they go. toucouille is already down. And Flyquest will find themselves cut to pieces. Ssumday deals with multiple players on Flyquest. He picks up one. Here comes another. Shutdown credit goes over to FBI for at least being able to take down Johnsun and steal that one away from Ssumday. Josedeodo wants to fight back a little bit, but fight back he will not. Shut down for Abbedagge, and 100 Thieves gets 4 for nothing.
It's a clean ace here for 100 Thieves. They get Soul, they get Baron. The team fight positioning was so good for them, even though we saw Flyquest forcing out those flashes early. The Vex over the wall ults in, gets that multi-man fear that he was looking for, timed very well with the huhi engage, and then even able to use the reset to get away from the carries, to go over onto the Scion to bring himself to safety there. You have the W back, and the W shield is just enormous, so unfortunately for Jose, he goes down and can't do anything about it.
huhi gonna get picked off here, it looks like. He survives! And the counterattack finds Closer a kill. Now Ssumday's made his way onto the front line. Flyquest didn't have the damage to burst the Leona. They tried to do something to at least put the brakes on the 100 Thieves war machine, but that machine just keeps chugging along down mid lane.
Yeah, they're looking really strong here, and they even forced a flash off of Johnsun.
Make the most of the remaining minute here on the Baron. Ssumday will lead the charge, pushing up the top lane. Minion wave about to crash into mid as well, so these are synced up. 100 Thieves might just go for the dive. Johnson's gonna get slowed down, and there they go. They pull him right back in with the chains, and now aphromoo gonna be your second kill over to Ssumday. 100 Thieves just won the game. Abbedagge will chase him down with the ulti. It's only toucouille left standing. Everybody else falls to pieces. FBI tries to chase him into the fountain, but doesn't quite have the damage or the range. Nice charm's gonna pull the 100 Thieves AD carry in for a quick shutdown, but unfortunately, it is too little, it is too late, and 100 Thieves, off the back of that massive fight for the Drake's soul, are gonna earn themselves this win. They're gonna get themselves back in better shape compared to yesterday, and they're gonna take down Flyquest 32 minutes into the game. That laser was the MVP, and it still don't matter. 100 Thieves get the win.
Nicely done from 100 Thieves. Some really